Hello everyone. Today we will be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Let's start. On my phone, obviously. Let's start. Oh, wrong one. Well. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself speaking today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she was going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just lie and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Pave. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Pave, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it was possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going about. Oh, girl. MC sucks. Well, a little. So mean. Especially, not gonna spoil her. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on my average phone, spending my free time on games and anime. Oh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any school skills for college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I'm not gonna say anything. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll add a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Not others, some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Blinks. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I would catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Oh, see, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club? Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Don't be mean. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, there it is. Okay. I had to skip some dialogue, and accidentally I turned off my phone and it ruined some of the warning. Well, it didn't remove, but it just kind of stopped it when it was paused. So ignore that weird intro thingy for this part. Not like you care that much, but just saying. So, let me continue back reading. I accidentally skipped some dialogue here. It will be like, yeah. And Yuri or me. Okay, let's continue reading. I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much fun in her head or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. Oh, I don't know, I'm sorry. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, springs open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Pave, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, as one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, thus turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Pave. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Practically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Pave. We made room for you at the table, so you can come sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened as there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki carries a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Shuffling upward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing. Little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. I'm glad you know. Well, that's alright. Well, let me do it again. Oh, that's bad. No, it's not. What is he here? Oh my god. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full, as she already managed to get icing on her face. Honestly relatable. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it so... Duh! This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, Hearing tea set, she carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teacup next to the cuppa tray. You keep a whole teacup set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief, not delight. Monika raises a brow and eyebrow. Oh my god. Okay, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. That's okay. Don't be worried. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, No. Same meaning, so okay. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and excitable for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Ignore that. Ignore the 15%. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a good leader. I'm gonna ignore that. It did not say good. Great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into starting something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. We're never getting to that. From a video standpoint and the game standpoint, for spoilers. Ooh. But it's DDLC, you know what happens. Well, if you don't, nothing's gonna happen. Because silly. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everybody enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to justify these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Maybe not Natsuki, though. Well, or Yuri. But Sayori definitely is, as well as Monika. So I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, babe, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Manga. I think that would be more accurate in how it would be said. Maybe. I don't know. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? Yeah, what are you saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The love of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's so obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I mean, well, what kind of neurodivergency do you have, girl? But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep philosophical elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how it's you take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Girl. We can tell. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock. Yeah, Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's not right.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually is right about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you the idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud.
Wait, let me try that again. I don't like how that sounds in my head. Or the voice. Well, let's see.
Don't say it out loud. And give it that back. Give that back.
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? Girl, you have not written ever either. I understand how your Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, expressing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share yours. Hers, not yours. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I want you to read everyone's poems. We also in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think that it helps us all get a little more comfortable with each other and straighten the bottom of the club. Isn't that right, Pave? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Pave. You all are defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make such a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. I'm saying it in a weird way, probably. They're not ugly, though. They're cutesy. I like Natsuki the most. Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Yuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Pave, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already felt anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, babe, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. Okay, for the voices, it's probably not really good, but I'm trying to be like, it's not like a clicky or anything, like, more like a sounding-ish to Natsuki. Yuri is just more quieter, hopefully not too quiet for the video, and Monika and Sayori are just like high energy, trying to, at least. Would be really nice for like making silly voices. But I don't really know how. Okay, let's continue. With that, the two of us are already with that. The whole way, my mind whined. Sure, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and you already know me. Well, that's not right, but you know what I'm referencing, right? Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go together to meet to one of these girls. Gosh. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. And I'm sure good fortune will find me. Girl, you join the literature club, you will not get good fortune. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And I know how to make a poem. And if you guessed from what I said earlier, Natsuki is my fave. So I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna want hers. Boop! Anime. Okay, which one? That one is most with Natsuki. Let's see. Clumsy, that's her. Sayori. Misfortune. Theo. Society. Blanket. Okay. Where to go? And oh, wrong one. Oops. Skirt. These are too jumpy. Which one is most cutesy? They're not really cutesy. Oh, jeez. I think it would be Sayori at least. Cute! Bubbles! Papa! Not the most cutesy, but, well, cutesy enough. Pink! Which is the most cutesy? Shopping! Let's see. Which one is most Natsuki coded? I don't know. They're not really Natsuki coded at all, but I think I got most of her, so it doesn't matter too much. Laugh. Oh, I thought I had one more. Oh, okay, I got it. Bunny. Hi again, Pave. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Pave. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Come Come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying monika and manga. Manka.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki popped back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Pave always gives it his best as long as she's having fun. She helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Pave can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! You're even you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It makes me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here he reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. There was no uppercase or anything, I just wanted to do that. Maybe we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I better have gotten the Natsuki route, please. Please just this be a normal thing. I want Natsuki. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Susie takes it off the book. Phew. Well, read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick some scheduled activities for the club, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in her book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's scurrying around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exaggerated expression, whatever you say that word, sigh from within
the closet. I think that would be more accurate, I think. She seems to be annoyed by something. Please bring us to her. Approach her in case she needs a hand. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes, we're not skiing. But I'm gonna need to stop soon because my phone is, 5%. Soon. You looking for something in here? Freaking Monika. She never puts my stuff in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga too. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out what where the other person stands. I don't read manga. How do you know anyways? I heard you bring it up at some point. It'd be fun if I accidentally give her like a Valley Girl accent. But I'm just kind of be like ish. I don't know how to make my voice like, to control it, to make it, this is so, okay, let me continue reading.
Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amongst it, stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There, no, that's not right. It's not right.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She there turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Much better. Seeing a book set with one bed missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. Do you? Well, he probably does. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Be nice.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass of that door.
She points to the classroom door. If you're gonna judge, get out, her. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice.
Oh my god, it was a tiny weird voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Pave. I consider this as a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact...
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking, animated feminine poses. I wonder what that's referencing. It's exceedingly Mo.
Don't just stand there.
Huh? What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs won't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why's that? I guess it's easier to be together like this. I mean,
Don't just say that. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be seen this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer. Oh god. I accidentally clicked it. She scoots forward. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a couple of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's really any chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at a screen shop. But that just helps, get to know the other characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. Later on, there's lots of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really when it makes it so good. There are so many touching parts.
Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I'm underestimating you.
Well, hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean?
What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I have yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter feels like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all hobbies to pick from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Natsuki. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in?
She
Jeez.
Oh, sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already a loser. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. We can tell. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, what part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not.
It's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But it's not. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express into words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready for today's poems?
Ah, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly realized how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monika just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is it that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Girl, be nice.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. No one cares about your shows. You're fine. You can watch them later. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip my book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. Where my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done that before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to show it? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I'm gonna save since this doesn't autosave apparently. Sure. Double save, I guess. Hope it's not too loud. I want Sayori first. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Pave. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. I'm not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why you didn't impress me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Pave. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees a full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and... Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Let me... Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see all about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my head to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't just answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. I want breakfast. The last line. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Next one. Natsuki.
Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Eh, then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. Oh, I skipped a line. Oops. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't need to go announcing it in the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. She doesn't, I think. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica won't make me if I don't.
Okay. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style won't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but isn't made it fall flat on purpose. It really helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. Yuri's turn. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess I guess that it might be after reading it through it. Oh, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her arms. I couldn't help but notice that it's been a couple minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing patterns that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness is our weekend. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is totally gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. That it might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to your Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such bad, terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. Girl, don't say that. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like that poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Pave. Really? I must have totally missed the point, clearly. It's like living in the past or something like that. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being simply compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before I pick up on these things too. Well, not I. You pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Monica's turn. Hi, Pave. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Great to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that. Alright, I keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. It's much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Pave. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Pave. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Compliment. If you say so. Yup. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than than a few simple words. They can be funny, enduring, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express the views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your type of writing to explore. Poem. To explore. I think writing was actually right. Oh, well. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing it. Well, hurry up. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not really good. Don't be pick me. Well, everyone's a little pick me, but it's a little dating sim inspired. So yeah, of course you can be a little pick me. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That okay. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes? An angry... Not yet. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I'm real blind. Like it fell and left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into nothing. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking out. In. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration beyond this one? Huh. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that, but because it's kind of coming on strongly, maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. And sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and you go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly express sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
It's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Aw, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come with something nice to say?
Oh my god. Oh gosh.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. Pave did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Pave liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what I... No. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just like Yuri. Pave appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oop, not the drama.
And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was so full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Mm.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Pave started showing up.
Natsuki. I'm Natsuki. That's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Pave. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making her poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force himself to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Pave.
Wait. There's a reason we have so much deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, eliminating yourself is also a waste. You understand that, right, Pave?
Wow.
Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. Oh my god, my voice. Oh my god, my throat. Oh my god, I want to do Natsuki. We're gonna have to do her voice. Oh god. Yuri, you're really talented. Well.
But Natsuki has a point.
No, nothing's wrong with but Natsuki has a point. I think that my brain needs to attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Shows how much you know.
That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Right, yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible.
Thanks for noticing.
Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't have to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so.
Hey, It's not like you need to apologize for me, Pave. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
To think about.
Natsuki glances around the room,
Would everyone stop looking at me?
staring at me. Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monika look away.
Anyway, to think about your ribs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Huh? I was trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Behave. To be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazy round we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe we can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monika. I disagree. No, oh my god. I disagree, Monika. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monika's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Pave, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a little better job impressing those I want to impress. A nod to myself with newfound determination. Pave! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Yuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd be good friends with you. Phew. Pave, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but it's I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day's gonna be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Zuri still hasn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Girl, stop!
Stop.
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I know what the future holds. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh my god, can I say please? I'm done. I'm done for today. We'll do the second or... Yeah, I think the second poem. The second poem of Act 1. I'll do more Act 1 later. Okay. Boop. Is there anything in the files yet? There's an autosave. You could have said. Unable. Unable. Okay. Is this a little tedious? I mean, I kind of knew the words. Cute, fluffy, pure, candy shopping, puppy, kitty, cloth lipstick, parfait. Sorry. Kind of what you expected for her to have. Numbers. Scripts. You're not gonna let me in. Who's this? I'm not gonna do that. Oh, well. Can't be doing that. See. Yeah, I think that's done for